Some wisdom is found on the surface, and some wisdom takes us deeper. Welcome to Get Deep, where we dive into the thoughts, truths, and affirmations that help us grow, reflect, and move forward. I'm Deborah Deep Mouton, and every episode we'll explore the power of words, the strength of resilience, and the beauty of introspection. Come in, take a seat, and let's get deep. When I first moved to Houston, I didn't have much. A U-Haul full of all of my stuff, my family waiting to spend about a week with me as I got on my feet, and a whole lot of hopes and dreams. I've told you a little bit about my struggle with not knowing if I was living in my car or not, but what I didn't tell you about was the family that I think saved me. One that wasn't made out of blood or kin, but a call to a friend of a friend who made space for me. Around the time that I finally got a job and things started to feel like they were turning around for me, there was a period of about a week where I wasn't quite sure exactly where I would live. There was the opportunity of living in my car. That was one that I processed. I even planned out how I would sleep in the parking lot of a Walmart where it was well lit but far enough away that no one would bother me. I had it all planned out until my dad called and said that there was someone in his congregation who might have a sister, who might have a son, that wanted me to call them and talk to them about my situation. It felt uncomfortable to kind of open up and tell them that I'd been struggling, especially a complete stranger. But when you're desperate, you're willing to make whatever phone call sounds like hope. And so I picked up the phone and I called them. And the woman on the other line told me that if I could get to 1960, she had a room waiting for me. Now, for those who are not in Houston, 1960 is probably about as far north as you can go and still call it Houston. But I had a car and I had a will and a way. I arrived there just in time for Thanksgiving, a few days before. And when I got there, not only did she have a room for me, but she welcomed me with a different kind of hospitality. Clean linens, candles, incense. The room smelled like a warm embrace. And when I got there, she told me to settle in and I could consider this place home. I could come and go as I pleased and stay as long as I needed. I didn't know in that moment the value that chosen family really has. Now, within my poetry community, we have our Slamily, these folks that we see multiple times a year, but not enough to feel like we know everything about them. Somehow, spending time writing intimate poems and performing on stage draws you closer. Maybe it's a trauma bond. Maybe it's shared experiences. I knew chosen family as these group of ragtag friends who shared this one common thing. But it was another level for someone to welcome me into their home and to make space for me. Since then, her and her son I keep track of all the time. We text, we visit each other. They even buy cookies for my daughter in Girl Scout season. Now that's a real friend. That's family. And so I started to learn that while I had been depending on kind of a nuclear family at home when I was living in California, there was a new opportunity to build a family that knew me in a very different way, that I could grow up with, that I could lean on when things got too rough. And since then, my friends have become my family. Most of them I respond to and call sister and brother, little bro, cousin, because for me, that's how family should be built. Not just by blood relation, but by something bigger that transcends who we want to be as humans. So if you have those people in your life, your chosen family, reach out to them today. Send them a note, send them a little text that just says that you love them, because oftentimes we take those people for granted until it's far too late. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope this moment of reflection stays with you, guides you, and reminds you to keep going. If you found value in this episode, let's keep the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram at Live Life Deep and share your thoughts, your wisdom, and your light. And if you're enjoying the podcast, the best way to support it is simple. Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps others find this space of growth and inspiration. This has been a Gemini's production. You can explore some of the other podcasts on the network by going to GeminisProductions.com or following on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at Gemini's Productions. Until next time, remember, you've been given today. What you do with it is up to you.